Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. It's time to reveal the December 3rd item in Spellbinders 2024 Crafty Advent Calendar. If you purchased Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar and haven't looked at the December 3rd item, you may want to pause the video. I'm about to reveal it. So let's find window number 3. It's on the right side. Just carefully open up the window. I like that it has the little protective sheet on the inside. And the front window and also that protective sheet all have the perforated edge, so it's really easy to open. On the back side of the window flap, there's pictures of flowers, and that's a great reference to what's inside, and it looks like we have a die set today. I'll open up this package and lay out all of the dies so you can see everything that's included for December 3rd. There's several different flowers. There's the center of the flowers, some foliage pieces, and also some leaves. I like this small size of the flowers, perfect to add little embellishments on your card or projects, or you can use several of them as a featured element. I do have a card to share using the December 3rd dies. The pattern paper I'm using is from Pink Paislee. It's the Joyful Notes collection. I've been using this for the past couple of days. I'm not going to use it for all of the Advent calendar cards, but I'll try to make a good dent in it. I've gone ahead and prepped all of the pieces for my card, and I have them stored in Spellbinders craft stack trays. This is the smaller size. I will be using a card sketch for inspiration. This is from Sugar Pea Designs. It's Sugar Sketch number 20. If you're interested in this sketch with measurements, I share that information on my coordinating blog post. The link is in the description box below, or you can simply head over to KristieMarcotte.com. I've already stamped the sentiment, Hello Friend, and this is the stamp that was in the December 2nd window. I rounded the corners on the image and sentiment panel using a corner chomper. For the background of my card, I selected this lovely daisy paper. I think this is one of my favorites from the Joyful Notes collection. For the two strips on the left side of the card, using two different shades of yellow cardstock from my stash, and I cut the ends at an angle. To get those angles the same, I held the two pieces up together and did one cut. Before adhering the lighter yellow piece down, I'll first add a scrap piece of cardstock on the right side where it goes off of that darker yellow piece. That way it stays at the same level. And since that scrap piece won't be visible, you can use any color you have on hand. I layered the image and sentiment panel on some olive green cardstock. Before adhering that piece down, I'll grab another scrap piece of cardstock and adhere it on the back side, just on the right. Then I'll put glue on the back and adhere it in place. Now I'll layer the daisy pattern paper on the same olive green cardstock. All of the cardstock I'm using on my card is from my Cardstock scrap bin, so I don't have the brand or color names. The pattern paper piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and the cardstock layer is an additional 1/8 of an inch. So 4 1/8 of an inch by 5 3/8 of an inch. And I'll put ATG tape on the back and add my card front onto a card base, leaving 1/8 of an inch of the card base showing. Now I'll set aside the card and start assembling the flowers. And it may look like a lot of tiny die cut pieces, but overall the flowers are very simple to assemble. Most of the flowers are 2 or 3 pieces. I selected cardstock colors that match the pattern paper. And I have a couple different shades of green cardstock for the leaves and foliage pieces. I have a large stack of plastic drawers in my craft room where I keep all the different cardstock scraps. since sometimes all you need is a small piece. For the centers of the darker yellow flowers, I use some gold pearlescent cardstock. And since they are tiny pieces, I will use the wax tip end of Scrapbook.com's Craft Pro Pick tool to pick those up. For some of the other small pieces, I'm using a pair of reverse tweezers. And this is my favorite pair of reverse tweezers, and it's not just because they're pink. They are from EK Tools, and they have a super sharp tip, which can be dangerous. I have stabbed myself with that tip before, but it makes it easier to pick up the die cut pieces. Many reverse tweezers out there have more of a blunt tip. Now that I have all of the flowers assembled, it's time to add them on the card. And I'm putting the flower arrangement in the lower left-hand corner of the image sentiment panel. For the white flowers, I will pop them up with some thin foam dimension. I'll adhere those 2 flowers down first. Then I'll start adding all of the other flowers and foliage pieces around the 2 white flowers. The nice thing about having a flower die set versus a flower ephemera set, you can customize the colors of the flowers with the die set to match your pattern paper. Plus, with a die set, you can reuse them again and again. Now, I still love using ephemera. Makes it super quick and easy to pop together a lovely card. Once I've attached all of the flowers, now I'll tuck in the rest of the foliage and leaves. And for some of those pieces, I am trimming off the stems or the ends of the leaves and just tucking them underneath the flowers. I felt that I needed a few more leaves and flowers, and I had some extras in a small wooden bowl. So I'll grab that and add in just a few more. The yellow flower in the lower left-hand corner, I really didn't like the look of it. So I decided to put one of the white flowers on top. And you really can't see that yellow flower underneath. I think the white flower just balanced out that floral arrangement better. I'll attach the center on the white flower, and that gold piece and also the white flower, I use pearlescent cardstock. For a final finishing touch, I'm adding a little bit of sparkle to a couple of the flowers, using a clear glitter brush from Scrapbook.com. So there is my finished card, and I love how this turned out. The colors are so pretty. And once again, my daughter played along using the December 3rd flower die set. Here's a look at her beautiful card. I believe the pattern paper she used is from an older Spellbinders card kit. I bought her several years ago. And once in a while, when she feels like making cards, she'll pull out some of those papers. If any of the products I used in this video are still available, I will have links in the description box below. More than likely, the Advent calendar has sold out by now, but if it is available, I will add a link. Be sure to come back tomorrow for the December 4th reveal and a card. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.